Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Isa, and today I have something super exciting to share with you, and that is that I just received the brand new iPad Air 4th generation. So in this video I will show you everything that's included in the box and what are my first impressions. Okay, so the very first thing I'll do is just remove this protective plastic layer. I love how they package everything. At Apple, it really makes you feel special whenever you're opening one of their products. So I'm just removing these, which is quite satisfying. And I mean, just to start with, I love this design. I've never actually owned an iPad Air before. I'm excited. Let me just open the box. So first I will show you all of the things that are included in the box. So of course you have the iPad, but you also have the usual documentation. You do get your 2 Apple stickers, which are always nice to have. I love these little manuals because, you know, it's so simple. You don't have like a ton of text, and it gives you some tips. How to switch apps, how to use Control Center. And what I'm most excited about with this iPad is the new Touch ID way to unlock the iPad instead of shoving your face on top of your iPad whenever you want to unlock it, which is what the iPad Pro does. So I'm excited about that. You get, of course, your adapter for the charger and your charger wire. All right, now it's time to look at the iPad itself. So I'm going to remove this plastic. I love doing this. So this is the space gray color, and it's exactly the same one I had with my iPad Pro. This iPad does come in some super cute colors that you can choose from, so check them out at the Apple Store. And this is it. Okay, so I absolutely love holding this iPad. It feels so light and thin in my hands. Look at that. It's really comfortable. Of course, I don't have a case on it yet. That might change things, but I like the way it looks and feels so far. On the side, you get your power button. So this power button is also where I will be setting up my Touch ID. I'm really excited about that because I kind of miss the Touch ID discs in the older iPads or the older iPhones. I found that easier to unlock than the Face ID, which in these times, if you're wearing a face mask, which is pretty much all the time, the iPad doesn't recognize your face. So I've been just entering my code all the time. So I'm excited about this Touch ID. I guess you have some speakers here. This might be a microphone, I'm not sure. You have your camera here. What else do you have? Nothing on this side. More speakers here. You have your charging port here at the bottom. And here is where you would snap your Apple Pencil. There we go. This magnet does feel really strong. Again, I don't have the case on yet, so it might be a little less strong once I have it, because in my iPad Pro the case creates a gap between the pencil and the iPad, so the magnet is a little less strong, but so far this feels great. The pencil is not going anywhere. And on the back side, you have, of course, the camera. I think that one of the biggest differences between this new iPad Air and the Pro is that the Pro comes with a dual camera and this one has just one camera, which in my experience is totally fine. I'm really happy with my iPad Pro's single camera because I have the previous model. Now, before I move on, I do want to install a screen protector, and I actually have an older one from my iPad Pro 11-inch, and when I was gonna buy one for this new iPad Air, I saw that the sizes said that they fit the iPad Air 4th generation as well as the iPad Pro 11, so I'm like, hey, I have one already, so that's kind of like a little win for me, because I didn't have to wait until I got a new one. So I'm just gonna install this and be right back. Okay guys, so I went and installed my screen protector already, and it was a long process, so I decided to make an entire separate video in case that you're interested in seeing how that process goes. I'm gonna leave the link to that video below in case you want to check it out. This is a tempered glass screen protector, and it's this exact same one that I have installed on my iPad Pro. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is set up this iPad with the information from my previous iPad, and that is so easy to do. I'll show you. So you just swipe up to open to load the iPad, and then you select your language. I'm gonna select English. You select your country, and this is where it says to bring your current iPad or iPhone even close to this iPad so that they can sync. Of course, you have to be updated to the latest software and have Bluetooth on to make sure it works well. And you don't have to do this. It's only an easy option to have all of your settings, even your wallpaper set. So it just saves you a lot of time if you want to do it. So here's my other iPad, and that's it. Immediately this window popped up telling me that it's gonna set up the new iPad, so I just click on continue. Okay, and then this image appears, and all I have to do is like find it with my camera, which is not as easy. Okay, over there. And once I caught it, then you know, this one is ready to transfer the information. So I'm just gonna go to the new iPad and I enter my previous iPad's password. And I'm sorry about this screen being so dark and having all this reflection. I'm actually running low on battery, so I'm just gonna plug it. I'm using my older iPad's cord right now. Okay, and I did also want to show you how to set up the Touch ID that I keep mentioning. So it tells you right here, it's ready to set up. So I'm gonna continue and start doing it. So all you have to do is place your finger, and if you've had an older iPad or iPhone, the ones that had the little disc here at the bottom, it's gonna be the same thing, except that this time you're gonna do it on the power button here. So it says to place your finger. You have to lift and rest it several times, and it just tells you everything. Like, you don't need me to explain it. It's very clear. Okay. And then it tells you to like go on the edges, just like you used to do it when you had the discs in the past. So lift and place. Done. And I'm gonna set up the rest of the fingers later. Now you have these two options, transfer from iPad or download from iCloud. I'm going to transfer from iPad because I don't have to do anything at all other than waiting. You have to agree to the terms and conditions. And then it asks you, you know, some stuff that you can customize, whether you want to enable location services or not. If you want to set up Apple Pay, I'll do that later. Siri, I'll do that later as well. Whether you want to share your analytics or not with Apple. And now it says it's ready to transfer, so all of the info should come onto the new iPad. So I'll just pause the video here and I'll come back to you once this is done. Alright, so my iPad has finished transferring all of the info from my previous iPad. So this is the new iPad, but it looks exactly the same way as I had my other iPad set up. So I have the same background, and when I unlock it, my password is going to be the same. I have all of the exact same apps, so that is so comfortable because you don't have to like log in again and try to remember which apps you had and find them and download them. So that's really nice. And I don't know how well you can tell on the camera, but so far the image quality, in my opinion, looks just as good as it does on my iPad Pro, because remember, this iPad is lower priced than the Pro. And when I got my mom's regular iPad also a couple of years ago, when I bought my Pro, I got my mom like the iPad, the normal iPad. And I could definitely see a difference in the screen or the image quality. I mean, I haven't checked specific photos in detail, but from just seeing it like this, it looks really amazing. I do think that this is really a substitute for the iPad Pros. And I can only wonder what the new iPad Pros will actually be like next time. So I just want to see how the planner looks on this iPad. And actually, look, this is a really good thing that happened to me, so I can remind you not to make the same mistakes. So that is that I have not installed my fonts on this iPad. So unfortunately that doesn't transfer, it seems. So you should go back to whatever you have your downloaded fonts saved. I personally always keep a copy on iCloud, so it shouldn't be that hard to get them all set up on this new iPad. But yeah, so I didn't do that, and then all of my text in GoodNotes on my planner is messed up because it's just choosing a random, you know, standard font available in GoodNotes instead of the custom ones that I had selected. So I don't even want to mess with this planner at all until I install those fonts, and then, you know, I'm gonna close GoodNotes and then restart it, and hopefully all of the fonts will be arranged when I do that, because yeah, what a mess, look. But anyway, the planner itself, I think it looks great. It fills the screen almost as good as it does on the iPad Pro 11, so that works really wonderful for me. And another test I wanted to quickly do is just test the pencil on this iPad. So I'll just choose some black ink, and yeah, I just wanted to like write something. I'm just like trying hard to find, you know, defaults or something that would make the iPad Air, you know, seem less good in any way than the Pro, because, well, the Pro needs to have some advantages, right? It's perfectly fine. Like, it works, it writes really, really well. I mean, this iPad is amazing. Like, really, if you told me this is a Pro, I would probably believe you. It looks like a Pro, it feels like Pro. This is a really great iPad. If you are thinking of getting the iPad Air, really, I would say go for it. One thing I'm not too happy about the Air is that you only have 2 storage options and one, I can't remember. I'll look it up and put it on the screen right now, but it's, I think, 69 gigas or something like that. And the other one is 256, so I feel like they kind of force you to choose the bigger storage option. I feel like there should be one in the middle, like 128. My iPad Pro has already 80 gigs used, and I don't even have any movies, any music. I just have like a few graphics that I use, and yeah, all of my planners, that's what I use that one for mostly. But when I make videos or any of that, all of that is saved elsewhere. So I feel like the lower storage option of this iPad would be too low, and at the same time the higher one is like too much, especially if you're using this mostly, you know, for planning and surfing the internet, things like that. It might be a little too much storage. So choosing which storage to get might be a little difficult in my opinion. If you will not be downloading movies or music or creating movies, then you might get away with the smaller storage option. But if you're doing anything else, if you're thinking of drawing in Procreate or creating any graphics at all, then I would suggest go for the higher one. Okay guys, so yeah, my first impressions on this iPad are very positive. I really do like it. I think it's great and it's more reachable for most of us, you know, because the price is lower. So definitely a great option. I really do hope you liked this video and you got a better idea of what to expect if you're thinking of getting this iPad Air 4th generation. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and click on that bell to know when there's a new video out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!